You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her
We're the real murderer here.
I see you have returned.
Hello everyone, my name is Haven,
Days mean nothing
and we are
anymore
back with
forever.
more Slay the Princess.
I never left your side.
Oh. Yeah, see, I'm glad I started this recording right as it, before I hit the start play, because I figured it would do something like this, where it would just throw us right on into it, but I was unsure. I was like, it's either going to throw us at the beginning or here. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and, I guess, jump right back on into this. Oh, okay, I guess, make me forget. That's the only, that's the only choice I got.
You won't.
Oh. I muted the mic for just like 1 quick second to take a drink, and then just like, crash bang. You're not going to remember any of this.
In the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Oh.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I feel like we've seen this somewhere before. Alright, so we've, so we did the whole, like, explore everything and then just, like, you know, be like, okay, bye, I'm going forever. We could just do silent. Just not say anything.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Oh no, she seemed pretty okay last time.
Don't believe a word she says.
Just from what I remember, and you don't remember. Oh, we're going in?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
The cabin looks a lot more normal this time.
Is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
It's a pristine blade, according to the monitor.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh, we're not going to do it right at all.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
That's true, but we're also a murderer. So it's what the kids say, it's murdering
revealing
time.
A staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Delicious rot is here.
The princess really lives here. Slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I mean, that is true. These stairs look a lot more normal than last time.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh,
she sounds
it's a me.
Dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
We'll continue our silence.
Still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I mean, apparently.
Focus on the task at hand.
Like swallowed us into the Shadow Realm last time.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, I'm here to murder. Steal your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you
It's
steal
murdering time.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason.
Yeah, chained for me to kill you.
Weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Perfect.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
I'm ready to find out.
She's unarmed. If
It's
you
a
hesitate
win-win
now,
situation.
it'll be too late.
Oh, perfect. The title drop. The title drop is right behind us. Wait. 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 There it is. Play the princess. I was like trying to unlock the layer in OBS, and it's like, no, not today.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh
Let's
easily give
go.
way and look down to see your blade already
Ha
sinking
ha ha.
deep into her
We're the real
heart.
murderer here.
Oh,
Oh, indeed.
this is it, isn't it?
I sure hope so.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this
Oh.
was enough to kill me?
I sure hope it was.
She's convinced she can't die.
I mean,
Yes.
good
Even
goodbye.
as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Well, I sure hope that she isn't.
It's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it
Perfect.
over? Really over?
We're the strongest slayer here. Of course
Yes,
it's over.
Exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs.
That was an
closing the
easy
door to
game,
the
party
basement
member.
behind
We'll
you.
see you guys in the next one.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Oh, because we have.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Alright, it's time to leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Oh no.
Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all.
Oh.
Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Well,
What happened?
I don't think we've saved the world today.
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy.
I don't
You'll
think that
be
this is
happy.
good. Oh, okay.
So glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or
Well, I think
even
it's just been a few
decades.
seconds.
It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. I don't need to think about anything
Are we
else.
really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Oh, no, we're happy, I'm sure of
Really?
it.
Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
Oh, good. I was worried that happy was gonna lose its meaning.
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
But I'm happy.
The little voices' pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence.
Oh, I want to pass into a
Though
state
words
of,
like
of pure
eventually
existence.
and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift. You simply exist. Happy
Now this sounds like the good life.
forever.
Let's go!
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Oh. Right.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here, though you're probably not going to like it.
Oh.
Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear
Interesting.
everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
No, we're gonna use it on the narrator.
He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you
And
know?
I don't want that.
There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Yeah, wouldn't it kill
How
us?
astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
That is true. I don't want
In a
to. I don't
sense,
want
we
to
die,
be
but
killed.
Looking at things from another angle, are we even
'Cause
really
you die when you're
alive
dead.
anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
That is true. You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I
Sounds
mean,
like a
this
deal.
happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Oh, no, you've done it.
Fine.
Now I'm
Whatever.
upset.
For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
What if we rolled down the
Princess's
stairs?
body
Oh,
is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
perfect.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Sounds
The
like a win-win.
Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
At least there's no
is a
wall this
cabin.
time. But
And
there's
in
no
the basement of that
stars.
cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you
Whee!
don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I know your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
That's exactly what someone
Doesn't remember
who
what
I met
happened,
for the
then
first
maybe
time
it's
would
best
say.
to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill
Voice
her
of the
last
cold.
time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Yes,
If you're back
yes.
here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well,
Yep.
if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that.
Seemed
Believe it or
pretty
not,
sus. You called
I
me
care about you.
ingrate.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean?
I'll never
Also
learn that my
without
actions have consequences.
We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
The voice of the cold is cold
just stay
indeed.
Focused, will you? Just be quick about it. That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way around.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. Maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us
last
to
time
end
we
the
didn't
world.
slay her,
And now
she
we
just
get
became
to
an
go through
eldritch
the whole
abomination.
charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end. But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all.
That is the thing we
You're going
did.
to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here. And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy ending. I
Let's go a
promise.
happy ending.
And that's exactly what we're
We're gonna
afraid
get
of.
our princess handy.
Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well,
Yeah.
there's no use arguing over your masochism. The cabin awaits.
That is true. If anyone's a master masochist, it's me.
She just can. You'll have to trust that what I'm saying is true.
Who locked her?
People locked her in that basement, and
Oh.
I told you what this
So what we
place
have to do is
is.
slay
It's
people.
A path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Oh, I'm gonna. Yeah, why can't the people slay her?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
Oh.
You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that
Oh.
helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh,
I do love me some prophecies.
didn't know we were special. Of course we're special.
We're the
Told you
specialists.
everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Oh, I'm ready to make my job more difficult.
This is
There is no easy
boring.
way.
He's clearly not interested in talking. So let's just do as he says. And maybe he'll stop bothering us.
Makes sense. That's
Right,
all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Alright, it's stabbing time.
A warning before you go any further. She will
Oh.
lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Oh, we will slay her.
Don't believe a word she says.
We're a master murderer.
She won't be a problem.
We have a 100% success rate on actual slaying of the princess.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh.
cold.
Oh no, the
A
mirror's
soft
back.
odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
Yeah, it's like it's definitely a little bit more weighed down, but at least
Like
the
I've been
geometry
saying.
makes sense.
She's dead. We killed her already.
Yeah, I was like, you didn't say anything about the
Because
mirror.
there isn't a mirror. There's a table.
Okay,
there's
so it's-
definite. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's. I care about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about someone as innocuous as a mirror, what else could he be hiding from us?
That is
I'm
true.
not lying to you. I promise there isn't a mirror. Really. Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died. You certainly haven't already slain the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Oh, but what if we already have slain the princess?
You take the blade
It's
from the
slaying
table.
time.
It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement. Oh, the mirror's just like, bye.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in
delicious.
the stale air. The very
Delicious
room below
lung
is
dust.
silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
That is true.
As you descend the
Oh,
final
there she
step,
is.
the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Got him.
Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
No, I think you need to just put that back down there.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin.
Never mind, spectral princess is kind of cute, I'll allow it.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Well, you see, we killed her.
Ghost!
Ghost?
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Everything.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Oh, this is what we've been waiting for.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there.
This is
That
one
means we
cute
could kill
ghost,
her
I'll
again.
allow it.
If we wanted to.
You can just slay the
Without a
princess
moment's
again.
hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
You're adorable when you're confused.
Oh,
But
thank
I
you.
didn't say you could touch me.
Oh. I don't think I did. I missed.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. Oh, there's so many options. Slay the princess harder. That's actually a pretty funny option. Let's see. Fine, let me just leave. I mean, I guess I can ask her some questions.
And if I knew you were going to murder me without even knowing who I was, I wouldn't have given you the chance.
That's fair.
We all make mistakes.
Oh. I died too.
You don't look dead, Killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
Oh,
And
we're
you
being
don't
gripped.
feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
Me too.
I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls, but I never found a way out. I just wanted to go home.
Oh, this is your home.
I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you owe me.
I was debating it, but now I'm no longer debating it.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him.
Oh, that is an interesting idea.
She would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
That is true.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
I'm kind of interested now. Yeah, if I let you in, do I get to be in control?
Sure. Why not?
That's a binding agreement, you know.
That doesn't sound very reassuring. It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body.
That is true.
Very dangerous train of thought.
But I like that train of thought. I was told you'd end the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
Yeah, obviously it was wrong of me to believe that.
So there really was a last time, and you really did manage to slay her. I would have liked to think I was the first, but there's no point living in denial. The first? It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this. Don't underestimate your own capabilities. If you truly managed to slay her last time, that doesn't mean she wasn't a threat. It means you did something heroic. Threats come in all shapes and sizes. A misspoken word could bring about the end of everything just as much as a blade or even the mere existence of an idea. You were chosen for this job for a reason.
That's right, Killer. I'm not a threat to anyone. And even if I was, I'm hardly a threat anymore, wouldn't you say?
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt.
It's gonna haunt me in real life.
Maybe I'll haunt
finally.
you. It's a tough question, asking someone
I'm ready
what
to
she's
be
going
haunted.
to do with her life.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when that someone is dead.
Oh.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
Well, were you gonna end the
I
world?
don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave. The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
If we get murdered because of this, you can answer my question even if you don't want it to end, as letting you out here mean the world is going to end.
We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's its home, I think.
The like mix of audio is like a
What
weird,
does
almost
it mean for
ASMR.
everyone? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real.
Okay, I'm not sure that the endings are real either.
Oh, we have so many dialogue options. Oh, why there's so many options?
I don't feel very bad. But I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me.
Oh, so we didn't finish the job.
Or maybe death is only mostly real. But it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to. Not the one with all the answers. Or any of the answers.
But
Makes sense.
we're not a ghost. Unless we are? Maybe that's why the mirror disappeared. We're actually dead.
That's
Yeah,
true,
please
the
do.
spooky mirror. Oh, I did not mean to right click. Sure, why not? We'll save just in case something weird happens. Death at least has a form of permanence. It's just a concept, and clearly, it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should just throw it out
See,
entirely.
this is why I didn't want you to talk to her. Death is not just a concept, it is an extremely real phenomenon. Don't let her distort
I don't know,
your
she's
reality.
right here in front of
Cold,
us.
Hard facts exist. The truth exists. It has to. The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
She's like, hey,
It's
tee.
just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
That's fair.
She's seeing
The
things
bones are not
problematic.
talking to me.
We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
That is true. Do you know why you came back? I know she's gonna be like,
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or
That
maybe
is
you
true.
have unfinished business with me.
that is true. We
All I
didn't
know
slay
is
you
there's a
hard
hole in
enough.
my chest, not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Interesting. I'll apologize.
Too little, too late. But you can still make things right.
That is true.
She's not in a position to bargain with us.
It's possession
You
time.
don't have to do anything you don't want to. We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance?
That is true,
When a
hero.
hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it?
I mean, I'll apologize to it. I'll apologize to the monster.
So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
Yeah, we can ask her about the cabin.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
It was very frightening for me. I'm a fragile
After
tiefling.
everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right.
Oh,
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
That
It
is true.
sounds like you got exactly what you're owed.
Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I prefer if we didn't die again. If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
That's fair, voice of the cold.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you.
They're like, please put the knife down.
So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
I am unable to do so.
Like I said, I just want to go home.
Alright, I've given it, I'm like, I should probably explore these just to have them done.
Yeah, you brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
That is true. That knife could have been for
It
anything.
could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer.
That is my
Especially when
title.
that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
Even the actual knife-wielding murderer. We're here.
A boring question with an easy answer. Nothing. She's a ghost. Ghosts can't hurt us.
That is true.
That's for
I'm
me to
ghost
know.
proof.
And for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
See?
Or maybe I can rip your heart out.
That does sound like a normal day.
Who's to say? Really?
I don't like the uncertainty here. I don't know what to do or who to trust.
Oh, just trust me, voice of the hero. I've done everything. Okay, team.
She might be making it hard for us to kill her body. But those bones look very, very real. Maybe breaking them breaks her.
That's a
Or
fair
maybe burying
answer.
them would put her to rest.
That's also
Don't
fair.
take any piece of her outside of this cabin. Maybe you should stop looking for loopholes and try harder to actually slay her. But we are trying.
Yeah, what if I buried your bones outside?
Those are just bones. They aren't me. Bury them, destroy them, whatever. That dusty pile of death is just a reminder of what you've done. It's not a fix for anything.
I mean, we could try to smash the bones. Why not?
Push through the princess and rush the pile of bones on the floor, swinging your fist down and smashing through what remains of her ribcage. The ancient bones splinter, then
Ancient?
crumble, reduced.
Even after what I've said, you still gave it your all. Such a disappointing choice. I don't think I like the person behind those
Well,
eyes.
I think we messed it up.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here. Together. All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
Wrath.
But I guess violence is the only language you speak.
That is true.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then...
And then...
Yes?
Yes!
Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
Yeah, something should have.
And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Stare at her in silence.
Can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is.
Oh, she ripping her heart out.
Horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
Oh,
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
slay the princess.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It
Her heart's a little
thumps
gross looking.
Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
Oh, see you soon.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark.
Let's go. We're dead again. Oh, chapter 3. Interesting. Last time, it
We're
ended
on a
middle of
path
chapter
in the
2.
wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her. Again.
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again.
True.
I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
Come on. Let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this.
Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start?
That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work.
I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them.
Yeah, sounds like a sick
Wouldn't
joke.
that get, I don't know, boring? Not if they're creative with it.
Exactly.
Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess.
Oh, don't worry,
Well,
we've started
didn't
over a few times.
Have to start over. We killed ourselves.
And why, pray tell, did you do that?
Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us.
That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy.
Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed
I
ourselves.
don't know, I was pretty
It
happy.
was awful.
Oh. I am awful with actually
It was bullshit.
left clicking.
So you killed yourself,
Yeah.
Yes. And then she killed us.
even though she was already dead. This is all fake.
Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And
I don't know,
the
from what I've
danger
seen,
she
this is
poses
pretty
to all
sus.
of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish.
Why should we help you? So you can just lock us away forever again? No, I don't think so.
Tell you what, I won't do that. I promise.
Oh, you promise?
Yeah, sure. That changes,
That changes everything.
I mean, he did promise.
And you believed him?
All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe
Now, wouldn't that be
Oh.
something?
it would. I guess we'll just have to see what happens.
It's murdering
Thankfully,
time.
you all aren't the ones actually making the decisions, are you? You know what you have to do. You have to slay her. You have to save the world. Nothing matters more than this.
Don't play by his rules. Everything here's rigged. Everything here's changing to whatever's convenient for him. Even the woods are changing.
That's true, the woods
all
are a
the
little bit more
reason to take
spooky.
this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence? I really should have said that. It'll make your task more difficult.
But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job. Or
Is my job murdering?
if I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those.
Oh,
other
this is gonna
meetings, but
break
their
my
continuity
brain
breaks
cell.
The moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us. They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
Oh, then you're asking the wrong person.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different.
That
The
is
world
true.
itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will.
Eh.
How convenient. Everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him. Makes me want to end the world out of spite.
I need to remove the right click
On
from my
second
mouse.
thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
Perfect.
Then she finds a way out on her own. Ugh, of course she does. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's got to be better, right?
That is true. That is
No,
pretty
it's
good.
strictly worse. But she can't kill us out here. Why would staying out of killing distance be worse if she's getting out regardless? Because it's cowardly, for starters, and because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options.
What if I want the
Only
considerably
solution worth
good
considering
option?
is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong. How are we supposed to decide on anything if you just keep coming up with new rules? Since
Exactly.
when is there a wrong way to slay her?
Proceed to the
Continue down
cabin.
the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations,
Spooky.
I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Oh, we're gonna crack them all right.
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their
Oh.
useless advice.
I know a lot
Honestly,
about
it seems
clowns.
Like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
We're the real winners here. We can let her out.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark.
Oh,
a
there's
single
only a
narrow
mirror.
hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... That's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Well, you see, the
Great.
pristine blade
Something else has been taken away from us.
doesn't work.
I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Let's pretend there is a mirror. And, why can't we see behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement.
But there's a mirror.
Way to the basement. Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening.
I don't like that.
What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you. Certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
That's what all narrators say.
Can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works.
Seems pretty sus to me.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway.
I don't want to be
Can't
one
shake
with the
feeling
darkness
that
just
you're
yet.
being watched. We've always
Watched
been
by the
watched.
mirror.
You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I
That
feel
is true.
like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Wipe the mirror
Here
clean.
we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
I would like to not die again.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts.
Constricts what? Ow. Please. I'm sorry about murdering
Icy
you
pain
last time.
radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse. And you collapse with them.
I would like to be up
You're met
on...
with the terrifying visage of the princess.
There
Her
she
hand
is. Oh, I did not mean that. You are met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth. I bet to do
Do
this.
you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over.
I do tend to do that.
Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse.
That is
Well,
true.
Maybe a
Well-
lot worse.
Yeah, a lot scarier. Not a cute
So,
ghost anymore.
Here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
That's gonna be a little difficult. You did break my ankle.
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different. Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time.
Yeah, that is true.
Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Look, we're even now. I killed you and you killed
You
me.
think that's even? How adorable. But I think you forgot about the part where you tried killing me again. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
I never wanted to hurt you.
But you did hurt me. Twice even.
Oh.
And I'm not letting you do it again. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too.
Well.
And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us?
I could see that.
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Oh. I don't want to.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. So cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know.
Oh?
Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
Flip the table.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
The abyss sounds
Your
like a
body,
fun time.
Still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
We gotta. We're going into the
In a
abyss.
single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do that.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
a step away.
This is how we win. We go into the abyss.
You throw everything you have against
Exorcist
her and manage
3.
for one brief moment to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Finally, we're in the darkness.
A thought slips through you,
Well, you see,
unheeded, as you fall and fall.
that's our job, to hate everyone. Hee 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 hee.
One end. But at least it's ours. An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
Why not?
And why is that?
You and you and you and me and you and me.
He's
Oh.
gone. But
Terminal velocity ceases and you feel something, a mess, a growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening?
Oh, it's the hands. The hands are back. The hands are stealing her. Goodbye, spooky princess. You don't have an answer, but you don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel a resistance underneath your feet once more. Memory returns.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Yeah, why is it here now? It's gonna be okay, just trust me, we've been here before and you always get scared.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it.
Something's wrong. I can feel it. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
So, this is all going to work out. Whatever makes you happy.
Approach the mirror. Gaze at our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Bloat, you've grown. What? I'm like... Oh, I guess we are like a little bit bigger. I had to like stretch up because it's like just slightly dark enough. That's hard to tell. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin. Approach.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
That is true. You don't have the creepy one.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much has
As a
changed?
child, the same as an infant. I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Interesting. What does it feel like?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Interesting.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
That is true. This is apparently a love story.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives
I
I've
guess-
already made my own. They are
I guess
useless to
there's
us now.
maybe some
Inaccessible.
block on doing stuff we
The
haven't
only paths
we've
of
already
value
done.
are those that are yet untread.
Interesting. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank
Why
you.
wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
That's fair.
Do not worry. There are no wrong answers. And every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
See, she was just lonely all along, and we murdered her. We're the real villains of this story.
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will
There is
be.
a hurt that dwells in them, but they are not me. They are thoughts and perspectives. They are feelings that inform my being. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I
And what's
cannot
that?
be as I was before. There are new spaces that I must fill.
Makes sense. How many more vessels?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build upon. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. I will transcend in due time, and there is no way forward but to contribute to my awakening.
Man, I'm kind of interested on these. Destroy my body or attack the entity. I'm really curious. I'm like, do we go down some like infinite bad path if we're just like, haha, yes, I'm going to attack you now. Or if I destroy my body, is it like a game over or something? Here. I'm going to save this because this is actually something that I'm interested.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
One of the many hands reaches forward and gently touches the side of your
There's
face.
nowhere for you to be but here.
Interesting. Okay, so we can't
I await
hurt
your
her yet
return,
or
But it
harm
will give me
ourselves.
time to reflect on what I am.
Interesting.
We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Bring the wrath to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
Well, what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually going to go ahead and pause this episode here. I think this is a pretty good stopping place, and we just got a little bit over an hour. So thank you so much for anyone that came out today and watched Slay the Princess. This game is actually very interesting. I'm excited to kind of see where it goes. But my name is Haven, and I will see you in the next one as a spooky ghost. Ooh.